Do you import food or ingredients into the United States? Did you know there is a way to expedite entry of your shipments at the border and reduce delays? I'm Lisa Lupo, your host for Tag Talks Food Safety, and today I'm welcoming Director of Food Safety Ranjeet Klair to discuss VQIP, the Voluntary Qualified Importer Program, which was enacted through FSMA and can fast-track your import shipments. Welcome, Ranjeet.
Hello. Hi, Lisa.
How are you doing today?
I'm doing great. Thank you for giving the opportunity to talk about this topic. I'm sure many people will enjoy and see this as an informative session for their
Good.
businesses.
Well, I'm certainly looking forward to it myself. So, Ranjeet, as a fee-based program for FDA-regulated foods, VQIP expedites the review and importance of human and animal foods into the US for approved applicants. So it's not cheap and it's not easy to attain, but the benefits really are significant. So I'm sure that that little bit of a description actually brings up quite a few questions from our audience on both the program, the fee, as well as on the approval and the benefits. So let's do as the song says and start at the very beginning. So beyond what I've said, what can you tell us about VQIP?
So yeah, VQIP, some people call VQIP program. Program is B already, but I call VQIP. It can be any of those. Voluntary Qualified Importer Program. As you already mentioned, expedited review and fast importation of human and animal foods to United States. This program came up as a part of FSMA, Food Safety Modernization Act. It applies to the importers of human and animal food. As you mentioned, this is voluntary, but also there is a benefit of having it because getting the food passed through the border without interruption with the proper compliance and already approved importer helps the fast access of the imported foods to United States and less waste at the point of entry at the borders, and which we have seen with our clients how if one product or container is flagged, it can be 2 to 3 months of time between storage, demurrage, cost, and waiting for test results and some other paperwork requests going back and forth. So this program can avoid all of those delays.
Okay, well, that sounds like a pretty good program so far. What products are covered? And what's this going to cost me?
So any human and animal foods, including consuming anything that we can say can be consumed by animal or human, not limited to seafood, produce, processed food, dietary supplements, and pet foods. Basically, whatever falls under Food Safety Modernization Act, and also under Seafood HACCP juice program. Most of the products are under VQIP, and there is a little bit of like a variation in every single category. So if you are supplying seafood, it falls under seafood program. If there is a produce safety program. So the expectation is that you can still be under that same particular regulation. If you want to apply for VQIP program, you have to have a sector specific awareness and training demonstrated.
Okay.
Cost. There is a before I think cost is almost $10,000 for a couple of facilities. So this is always under the review. So I don't want it to set any particular information for this podcast, but we can say that the FDA.gov website has the most current fees and the cost. There is a fee for VQIP program, but there is a cost to implement quality assurance program inside the facility. This is where the HSN group comes into picture because we have the expertise and knowledge to put that required program in place. That is also kind of considered as a investment to have this program in a successfully approved program for the companies.
Okay. So I know you said, that doing all those internal things to get approved costs money, but even just
Yes,
the $10,000, which it,
yes.
currently is for 2025, that's still pretty steep. So what's it going to get me? What are the benefits of being a part of this program?
So, Lisa, benefits are again expedited import entries. So, any product which is going to be under FDA surveillance can subject to be picked up at the border, get to be sampled, sent it to the third party lab until the result come. There is a lead time of laboratory testing. So, if I calculate all the cost of having this product gone through certain scrutiny due to absence of any VQIP like benefit. It cost more than $10,000 to hold the container to let the customer know that we cannot supply because our container is under the investigation. Then there is a lab test results, step testing report, interpretation. Then all the time you are at the waiting game for when the container will be released.
Mm.
Having this $10,000 as per 2025, which can change, it is not covering one plant only. They can have three
Okay.
plants in one fee, but then you can add supplement fourth and fifth plant as you, and that is a different cost. It's not like exactly 10,000, maybe some supplement
Okay.
cost, which is lower. So benefit is higher because you are not at the like exam sampling, which is generally approved. You don't get that unless there is a cause, like for cause. Like if FDA decide to do even certainly some for some current situations, they can do it. But in most cases, um, uh, everything will be expedited. So if
No?
sampling is needed, it will be done at the destination or other location that can be chosen by importer. So importer will not be at the at any place where he has to pay higher, but he has more control on where he wanted the product to be sampled. The lab analysis will be fast track as well if the product gets
Okay.
tested. Hopefully it doesn't get tested if everything goes well. And there is a dedicated help desk to assist. Let's say you are a VQIP approved importer, still you are in the screening stage of with FDA, then you have the right to ask the question to VQIP help desk in FDA, like what is going on there. So we get some concierge valet service if I say if you are approved VQIP importer.
Okay. Well, it does sound like there's quite a bit there for that cost. So it does sound pretty good, particularly, you said it can be more than one facility. So that sounds great.
Yeah.
So how does an importer sign up? What do they
So
need
in
to
order,
do? What do they need to have?
so they first of all they need to be reviewing their history whether they qualify or not.
Okay.
So there is the expectation is there's no FDA violation or anything that 3 years of history of import is there's no they are not on the red alert. They are not having any import alert or refusal listed on their profile for 3 years. Second is they have to have a DUNS number, which is already required for foreign supplier verification program or HACCP importer program. Then they should have the ability to have paperless filing of the documents, which is accessible if FDA will need any document for their evaluation. Then the confirmation that they know the importer has to know whether they are under FSV importer requirement or HACCP importer requirement. So Lisa,
Okay.
here there is a little bit of the review of the internal products and what they make. And that's where when we worked with one of our clients and we found that they are not under FSV importer, they are supposed to be HACCP importer based on the commodity, the product they handle. So right, filing the right criteria within the VQIP is the key. Then then there should be a quality assurance program, which is a book similar to food safety management system, but it has a targeted VQIP guidance-based step-by-step requirements. So we helped our clients to build that book, which is in supplement to their production-related food safety system. So this book will cover quality assurance program called as QAP, which is one of the required document that FDA will approve in order to, in addition to the other things that they wanted to be certified by, they wanted to be audited by approved, FDA-approved third-party accredited certification program. And the certification must come from only approved accredited certification bodies who are listed in FDA website, and they are having trained auditors to do that program. FDA will only review, just what I think one last thing here, FDA will only review their certificate and report as in addition to QAP in order to move forward.
Okay. So yeah, you've mentioned this QAP quality assurance program a few times. Can you explain a little more about what that is?
Yes. So QAP program is very in the VQIP guidance requirements. They are explicitly listed several things like your organizational structure, who's your company like, like management responsibilities. They have created an expectation manual for QAP, which requires you to demonstrate in one document who's running the product, who's making the product, the team, the programs, the certifications, the controls, HACCP plans, testing programs, training programs. So we will combine a set structure of VQIP QAP, which is extensive. It can be several pages, kind of a HACCP plan, but this document addresses the HACCP importer or FSV importer requirements, and this is issued by the company. We helped our clients to build one or two, which is pretty extensive, and once it's done, then this gets uploaded on the FDA portal.
Okay. So TAG can help develop that?
TAG has helped develop that for our clients. And yes, we have a trained team who works very closely with the guidance of VQIP Help Desk, and we can help. But also there's a second part, Lisa, that when it comes to uploading on the portal, that seems like needs some hand holding too. There are several reasons for that. We can help on that as well.
Okay. So that is quite a program overall, and it's not cheap, but it does seem that this expedited entry could certainly pay for itself pretty quickly as well. So it's also good to understand that companies don't have to figure it all out on their own, that TAG can help. But they also have to remember that you do have to register by September 1st to be considered for the following year, which starts October 1st. So given all this information that you've provided, Ranjeet, is there anything else in particular that you would want our audience to remember?
Yes. So I will say that this program has not gotten so much attraction for some reason. But when we dig into that, we found that there is a value in using this program. If you qualify, the investment is not, investment justifies where the return of investment is that if your customers or new customers know that you are VQIP, your chances of getting the product in the US is higher than your competition. So you're already in the expedited stage. Second is you're not at the risk of getting pulled for no reason and no reply, because you will get the help desk service from the VQIP. We know that because we worked with the clients who are great in their products were good. They did not had any import alert or class 1 recall. They are in good standing with FDA. Once they get into this program, their customers are happy to get their products on time, and the less waste, less uncertainty of holding the product somewhere in the warehouse of any third party. Um, and this gives a confidence in the product, and that product confidence from the exporter from India, which we deal with India mostly here, it gives the confidence to the customer that the product comes with the proper regulated scrutiny here. So
Okay, that all makes lots of sense. So
yeah.
I do want to thank you so much, Ranjeet, for all the insights you've provided, and hope that people will consider doing a little bit more with the VQIP and, give TAG a call if you need assistance. So I know I've learned a great deal about this too, and importing food and the benefits of expediting shipments through VQIP.
Yeah.
So I want to
Yeah.
thank our listener. Go ahead.
So the one last remark, Lisa,
Yes.
that imported food is important for the consumers here in the United States. We appreciate the product coming from different countries,
Mm-hmm.
and having those hiccups of held in the at the border, or delays in reaching to the consumer, gives this is disappointment. So what we believe as a tag is that if this is a program, if the food producers are in good standing, they have a good track record, they are producing safe food, we are all for the HSN group to be supporting that, and why not give them an extra hand to get them their products successfully utilized in US. So
Right.
we are committed for that. Yeah.
Thank you, Ranjeet. You're absolutely right. We want our food to be safe, knowing
Yeah.
wherever it's coming from. So
Right.
I do want to also thank our listeners for listening in today. And as always, to stay informed on all things food safety and ensure you don't miss any episodes of Tag Talks, be sure to like, follow, or subscribe on YouTube, Spotify, or whatever your favorite podcast platform is. Thanks again, Ranjeet.
Thank you. Bye.